Mixties presents the Popcast.
And I said to myself, what a wonderful
What in the heck? What is wrong with you? Guys, I don't know. Hey, the show, he finally went over the edge, man, last night. I guess getting rid of that clown, he went over the edge. I don't know what to tell you guys. You okay, Brian?
Yo. I think Simon's watching my house, bro.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah, I think he found me. He's coming. I gotta go.
I'm pretty sure Simon would X you at this point. Oh my gosh. Bravo, man. Bravo. Fantastic.
I deserve to go to the live room.
Gosh, very good. Very good.
Simon, you're horrible.
Since you lost our bet, I guess you get away with anything today.
Oh, bro.
And we lost Puddle.
Okay, everybody. My name is Brian. That is Shane, and this is the Popcast. And today we're obviously talking about the live show results from last night of America's Got Talent. Are we happy? No. We're not happy. Are we angry?
I'm not.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit angry.
Yeah.
Do we think that there's some rigging going on? Sure. A little bit.
Are you going full conspiracy theory?
Dude, how can you not? Simon tanked Puddles. It was very clear.
I mean, that for sure. But what I'm saying is do you think they're being fair with the America's vote? Do you think they're reporting as reported?
I don't know.
How do you ever know if they actually are doing it right?
Seems
if they're
off
actually,
to me.
It's impossible, right?
Singers are just making it through without any issues. So
I'll tell you, the two acts last night that completely disappointed me and not making it through was Bello Knock and Puddles. And I'm just not sure how Bello doesn't get through after his performance last night. I'm not sure, I want to believe that it's rigged because I can't believe that America wouldn't vote for probably the most dangerous AGT act ever last night.
Yeah.
Or two nights ago. And then Puddles, I mean, Simon tanked him. I mean, giving him the X was the X of death. There's no way he was going to go through without the support of the judges. Because when Simon X'd him, it just automatically puts doubt in people who were on the fence. Some people who probably were going to vote for him were like, maybe I shouldn't. So, and then he gives all this crazy love to the guys in the stairwell. And that in combination with being
all that
in military
crazy love to the guys in the stairwell.
If they weren't wearing it, I mean, let's be honest here, guys. Let's be honest, everybody watching. If they weren't wearing a uniform, would they still be here? Honestly,
I don't know, but I think that your anger is being directed at the wrong group of people.
I'm not. Oh, who, me?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not angry at stairwell guys. I mean, they're just trying to get through.
Yeah, I'm just what I'm saying is that stairwell. In no way am I bothered that they went through. I don't care, actually. It's apathetic.
Well, but them going through means that Bello doesn't get through.
Well, but Bello wasn't up against them, was he?
Well, no. Just because they eliminated him that way is not the way that the votes fell down.
Yeah.
So they just set him up that way, and that's the way they were eliminated. They put the acts against each other. But, supposedly, if America voted that way, then that means that Bello Knock was in the bottom, not just the bottom 5, he was in the bottom 4. So, because one of the bottom 5th ones was actually one of those 3 in the middle that I guess America got to vote on the spot for, and then the judges picked one.
I don't understand the dunk and save. I always thought dunk and save was like, here's your 4 winners, here's the 3 runners up, and the ones that didn't get enough votes at all, just go home. Is the dunk and save the bottom 3?
It's been in the past. Judges have had the opportunity to make the choice on one act, so that's normal. Having America vote, I don't recall that previously. That seems to be a new thing. Having America vote on the spot, which frustrates for me because guess what? you're from the West Coast, you didn't get to vote.
Right. Neither I didn't get to vote either. But you know what? I remember the Duncan save from last year. What I don't. Oh, by the way, I lost the bet to the judge pick, so that really sucks.
That was actually really a sweet moment for me because I knew that was really going to make you mad even more.
Yes. Yes. It bothers me.
But
I lost
in reality,
the bet to the judge pick. What is this about, dude?
But the reality is that Yoli was in the top 7 votes from America. Okay, because she was higher. They tied. Actually, it wasn't even the judges' pick. They tied, bro. They tied their votes. So it was America that put Yoli through because she was higher. So she would have gone through in the top 7 anyways. Wow. So she was in the top 7 votes for America. She was 7th or 6th because Michael could have been the 7th vote. I have a feeling Michael was probably. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not since America voted for him on the spot. But he has the story. He was the only one of those 3 groups that has a sad story. So we're back at that whole, does Michael deserve to be the guy picked? Does America feel sorry for him? I mean, I voted for 2 people because I felt sorry for them, basically.
Look, it smells
so why wouldn't America do that?
Like the Newport Beach Pier on a hot summer day in July. Or San Francisco Bay. Or Rhode Island, everywhere. It just smells fishy. Okay?
Oh, okay. Got you.
It smells fishy. I don't know. The entire night last night, I'm like, watching these acts fall face down. And it's like, well, this seems to be exactly what the judges want. Exactly what the judges are have been rooting for is happening. And that's not the way, I don't see like that's how America represents itself.
Well, let's go through it and let's address the most important thing first. Can we address Tyra Banks' cleavage?
What was that?
I would like to. Okay, wait. Hold on a second.
It was
number one. I'm like, it wasn't even my wife. My wife first was like, "Oh my god!" Right? I'm walking out of the room, right, and I turn around and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Right? Well, check this out. When the 2 girls, when Darcy, the ventriloquist, and when Angelica,
yeah,
when they both went through. There was a moment there where they basically, their faces were in her cleavage. Bent over, I'm just like, oh my God, this is a family show. I hope they're going to have to look back at that and go, all right, well, maybe we should have a talk with Tyra before she gets dressed.
There was so much cleavage. It was
like
unbelievable.
Obscene, man. I mean, I was like, ooh. My kids, I'm like, hey guys, yeah, look around. Don't look directly into the TV. But so besides that was something I definitely noticed. But of the acts that did not make it through, I'm sure you were happy that Artin and Paige didn't make it through.
That was one of the ones I was happy about.
Okay. Sadly, the singing Trump didn't go through, but I had a feeling that was probably going to happen.
Yeah, and I like the way he went out. He had hats, and he's like, "Go check me at the Rock."
Oh my gosh, it was a live show. There was nothing anybody could do about it.
And he was holding that mic, bro, and she was trying to get it back from him. He's like, nope. He's like, nope, get off me. Nope.
It was so funny, dude. I'm going to Hard Rock and watching his show. If he's really getting a show at Hard Rock, I'm gonna go watch it.
How does he not now? I mean, he might have not had a show, but now he's calling the Hard Rock up and being like, hey, look what I did.
I just put you on live TV, so I would love to see him live. I think it's great. He's gone. He probably deserves to be gone. I hate that he's gone. I would have loved to see more, but after his performance last night, he deserves it.
That's the one. That's how you go out right there, bro. That's how you go out.
Yeah.
That's how you go out and win it. That's how you lose and win at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah. He seems like that kind of guy. So we got Bello Knock, which I don't understand. If America voted that way, I'm not sure I get it. I don't know if anybody's really considered, maybe being at home, it's hard to decide, but when he was running on the top of that cage as it was going over around and around the Wheel of Death, it would have just taken one slip. Honestly, I mean, one small misstep during that whole process, and he's to the ground. There was no save. And a lot of the other acts have had, been corded in. I can't imagine how, I mean, maybe it's just my personal taste, but I can't imagine that he doesn't get through, and somebody like Michael gets through, or the guys in the stairwell. So maybe it's just proof that singing, that emotional tie, is greater than anything else.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of comments on our videos and on Reddit and whatnot, and a lot of people are saying this is rigged this year. It doesn't.
Wow. Okay.
It doesn't smell right, bro. I mean, I don't. It sounds like a weird thing to say. Oh, it's entirely rigged, but it's hard not to feel that way. After watching for 12 seasons, this season has been entirely a different show. This is a different show. If
it is. This is, you were right last time.
If the title was not America's Got Talent, if it was like X Factor Plus or something like that, I would believe it. It's a different show. It's not the same show we've been watching for 12 seasons. It's not even, and it feels scripted. Feels like a lot of things are scripted, even in the live shows. Which is why when I saw the singing Trump doing whatever he wanted, I was like, thank God, somebody's doing something live.
Well, and you got to remember that nowadays with the apps and the way you could vote, I mean, it used to be you voted in by phone, and there was a separate company that tracked the votes to make sure that it was being fair and honest. Nowadays, it's all done by the app. I mean, I'm not saying people are hacking in, but there's nothing keeping NBC honest about their, what they decide.
Yeah.
It's their show. They would just argue, well, it's our show anyways. We can twist it any way we want. We all know reality TV is not is bent, twisted, and molded to what the producers want it to be.
Yeah, it's just sort of a bummer. We watched most of the acts that weren't singers last night. Most of them went home.
Yeah, so let's talk. So who went home? So who went home? Let's do it again. So Artin and Page. The jerk sauce guys.
Just jerk. Yeah. Puddles.
And then Puddles went home. He was a singer.
The singing Trump. Oh, he was a singer. Yeah, he was a singer, but he was. Yeah, he was a singer, but he was also sort of like unique.
Right, the singer pluses went home. So
yeah.
singer plus something else. So that's, what is that, 3? So 4. That's 4.
And singing Trump.
So then there was one more that went home. It was why am I drawing a blank here right now?
Huh. I am too. Well,
holy cow. Okay.
Obviously they should have gone home.
I mean, we forgot about them. So Yoli made it through. The singing. Okay, so the singing Trump, Puddles Pity Party, Artin and Page. God, there was supposed to be 5 that went home, right? Bellow Knock is 4. Who the heck are we missing here? Go through them real quick.
Bellow Knock, Artin and Page, Puddles, Just Jerk, Singing Trump.
Singing Trump, there it is. Okay, so somehow I must have counted twice. So those are our 5 acts that went home. I think Bellow Knock is the only one that shouldn't have gone home, for sure. I think the guys in the stairwell, I think they shouldn't have gone through, personally.
I think that Puddles should have made it through.
I don't think Michael Gardino should have gone through. You don't think Puddles should have gone through?
No, I think he should have made it through.
Yeah, Puddles should have made it. So Puddles and
should have made it through.
I mean, you could have put Just Jerk through. I mean, the one thing I got to say is I'm not a big fan of the dance acts like that, but they're super talented.
Mm-hmm.
They are very good. So I could even see one of them going through. Michael should have stayed home for sure. The guys in the stairwell should have stayed home. I'm glad Yoli went through, obviously for my win. I was trying to think, maybe we get you to wear underwear over your head for an episode.
It's got to be better than that.
It's got to be better than that?
Yeah, better than that.
Okay, how about we get you to move to where I live?
Ah, nice try.
All right. Maybe I'm shooting for the moon there.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think?
I think that the acts that went through last night, a couple of them are very talented and deserve to go through. The rest of them, like the Englands, I don't understand why they went through.
Their act was really good. I mean, they're so talented. I'm tired of seeing them spin around in circles.
They're just spinning around in circles. At what point do you go, okay, this is not enough anymore to go through the next round? I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't know.
They just keep going through because you know why? Because it's good TV. These two scantily clad young individuals out there selling the oldest, selling what they sell to the American people. It's good TV. In fact, if you look at every act that went through, it's good for AGT. The military guys, that just paints a picture. Robert the England's, sex sells. And if I'm wrong there, just look at Tyra's cleavage last night.
Well, Darcy Lynn Farmer deserved to go through regardless. She's saying unbelievably with her mouth closed.
Darcy should have gone through. I think Darcy. Sure. I'm not complaining about Darcy and Angelica. Okay.
They were great. Yeah.
They were great. Bella Knock should have definitely made it through, and the fact they didn't, it means that AGT's insurance company isn't a fan of what it costs them to run every episode or something. I don't know. It just seems like every act that went through was a very logical, marketable choice for AGT.
Okay, so we could say there's just a cloud of suspicion over what's going on right now.
Fishy. Smells like
and they need to be careful because
it's July.
Well, they need to be careful because this is the type of thing that'll ruin a series. Or that'll end a series.
Yeah.
If too many people start getting suspicious or start saying, I'm not going to watch it because, it's rigged or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't feel right. I'm glad Art and the Page went through. I feel like they should have gone home for sure. And so when it looked for a minute like they weren't going to go home, I was like, oh my God, don't do this to me. I'm glad. I don't have a problem with Yoli. It does burn that she got through on that last judge pick. Burn.
It had you on the edge of your seat.
I can't believe it.
Preacher Lawson, he deserved to go through.
Yeah,
I feel
Preacher is funny. He's really funny, and I'm glad he went through. It's not just about Bellanog and Puddles, but the Englands in the stairway, Marco Gardino, they're not good enough. They're not as good as the other acts that went home. And it's not that they're not talented. They're just not as good at all. And it's like really evident. And all the judges and their pandering and their telegraphing and everything for these acts, I think if it isn't rigged, then the judges made sure that they said the right things and hit the right buttons, buzzer-wise, to make sure that the acts they wanted were the ones that were voted on. And someone commented on one of our videos, the band wasn't even playing the right music at the start of his last thing. It just seemed like the show didn't want Puddles to get through the next round. It looked that way to me.
Yeah. Well, also, and then you've got last year's winner, Grace Vanderwall.
Yeah.
She performed, and it was awful. It was absolutely terrible. I couldn't believe.
Fantastic. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't like stellar.
Well, I mean, for the winner of America's Got Talent to come back the next season, and you got to be better than anybody else out there. That's what I would think. You need to bring your game, even if you're a kid. You got to come back the next year and be awesome. Because all I thought was, wow, she won last year. I mean, she wasn't better than any of the singers that are still in the competition this year.
But last year she was phenomenal.
Yeah, she had some good moments last year. But I don't know.
There could have been ways that we could argue she shouldn't have won. But, obviously her age is a huge play and the reason why she won. She has a super unique voice. Very talented girl. It's hard to make that argument because she is like a little Taylor Swift, but with a better voice, So it's like
I didn't hear it. Well, if she is, I didn't hear it last night. So
last night was not the best performance. Yeah.
My advice to Grace Vanderwall is that when you have a national audience's attention, you need to make the most of it. And whoever's the person that's hand holding for her, the adult that's in charge, didn't prepare her last night properly.
Yeah, the set looked cool.
Yeah, no, that was cool. The set, they've done a great job this year with the sets.
Yeah.
I really like the lighting and how everything's going. I really hope, I hope something interesting happens for next week. I'm gun shyer at this point right now going into next week. I'm afraid that the acts that I still like are not going to make it. And it makes me nervous. You know, the people that are coming out next week, you've got Johnny Manuel. He's performing next week. Light Balance.
That guy.
Yeah, the guy we didn't really want.
Choke artist guy, right?
Choke artist. He's next week. Light Balance.
Someone commented, by the way, that he's not a choke artist. And yes, you're right. We use that term really loosely. Obviously, he wasn't a choke artist. The first song wasn't like his best performance, so Simon gave him a second chance. So choke artist might not be the right word. I just don't know what the word is. He got.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. He didn't choke. He just made a bad choice.
Right, and then he got a second chance, and nobody else gets that chance.
Right. You got to be. You know, there are consequences for your actions in life, and there needs to be consequences for your actions on America's Got Talent.
Right.
And Johnny didn't get those consequences.
Regardless of whether Simon thinks you should go through or not.
Right. So Light Balance. So we got Johnny Manuel. Light Balance, which is the guys from Ukraine with that cool light show, which I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Demian Aditya. I don't remember that guy. You've got Merrick Hanna, the kid who does the robot dancing. That was cool. You got Celine Tam, who does all the Celine Dion songs. She's a good singer. You got the Pompeo family with their dogs. So that'll be cool. We've got Evie Claire, who's got a great voice, and her dad's dying. You got Brobots and Mandroids. They're pretty forgettable for me, but let's see if they can bring it back. The Masqueraders, everybody's favorite old gentleman singing trio. Eric Jones. Mirror Image, everybody's favorite. Let me tell you, it's funny because everybody is like, but Mirror Image went through. So it's like, you know, that's like your go-to bad, obviously the bad group that's still in America's Got Talent. So they're going to be on next Tuesday.
Oh,
and of course,
imagine if they go through, bro. Oh, my head's going to explode live. I mean, like on this podcast.
And Mandy Harvey is the last act.
Mandy Harvey.
So make sure you guys come back next Tuesday, or actually we'll watch it Tuesday. Wednesday we'll do our show. We'll try to get our video up as early as possible, so that way as many of you can see it in advance and kind of kind of feel what we're feeling and see if we're in the same place. Yep.
So that's it for today. I guess in a nutshell, last night wasn't great.
Disappointed.
Couple good things went through, but overall disappointed. Not happy with this week. Hopefully next week is better. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Feel free to comment below. If you disagree with us, please let us know. We love to have a conversation. Civil conversation. And subscribe and share. Let's get the view counts up. Remember that we are also doing that 200 giveaway. We're so close. 25 more subscribers.
24.
24. Thank you. 24, and we do. We're picking a random person from that list to get a sweet care package from the boys at mixtees.com.
Mixtees.com.
Yeah, look at this. I love chimichangas. Okay.
You do. I can tell.
I do. Yeah. That's about it. We'll see you next Wednesday. Mixtees.com. Mixtees.com. Facebook.com/mixtees. Twitter.com/mixtees. And of course, YouTube.com/mixtees. Subscribe, follow, share, like, comment, all that good stuff. Namaste.
Have a great week. We'll see you next week.